Good evening, everyone. Please confirm that the audio and video is clear to all of you. All right. Yes. Good evening, everyone. I'm live right now to revise pricing chapter in SEMPE. Let me give a, I think I have to share my entire screen with you. Give me a moment. Yes, friends. So, as a part of the SCMPE success series, I am coming live today to revise this chapter of pricing. Friends, pricing theory is a small chapter. In exam, you will have a guaranteed question with marks ranging from 5 marks to 8 marks. And it's a very easy chapter. You need to learn three major points over here to cover this entire thing. One is an equation which is called as P is equal to A minus BQ and MR is equal to A minus 2BQ. This is one of the equations that you have to learn in this chapter. Second part that you have to learn is learning curve. And the last part is theory. If you learn these three parts properly, this chapter is very, very easy. Hold on. Is there any audio problem? Can you all hear me, friends? Wait, let me check it myself. I believe the audio is comfortable now. Do you want me to increase the volume? I have increased the volume, friends. Let me know if it's too high. Okay, I think this looks to be decent. I think now it should be better. Increase the gain a little bit more. What about now? Wait. It might take one. What about now? Should be still echoing. What about now? What about now? I think it's clear now, right? Okay. Fine, friends. If you have any other difficulty, let me know. I'm going to the next part now. So please write down this in your books quickly. This is the overview of this chapter, pricing. Fine, friends. I'll go to the next part now. Let us start with the pricing under, we can put it this way, prices in case where price elasticity is available. Price elasticity is available. Let us start with this one particular scenario. Friends, I'll give you some data now. Alright, we'll start with this data. Let us assume that selling price of, we are talking about a particular product. Let us say, tell me any particular product, friends. Let's talk about chocolates. Okay, assuming that it is a price sensitive product, and as the price goes on decreasing, the demand for the chocolate will go on increasing. All right, so let us assume we are talking about a dairy milk, and let us assume that at a selling price of 100 rupees, demand of dairy milk is 0. So nobody will buy dairy milk if the price of the chocolate is 100. But what they say is for every 5 rupee reduction, the demand will go up by, let us say, 1 unit. Okay, so what happens the moment I reduce the selling price to 95 rupees, they will sell 1 dairy milk chocolate. If I bring it down to 90 rupees, they will sell 2 dairy milk chocolate. Am I right? Now, point number C, let us assume the variable cost is turning out to be 60. The question is, at what level my overall contribution will be maximum? This is the question which they are trying to ask over here. Can you write down till here in your books? Alright, I will now take an Excel sheet to explain this to all of you. Let me take one particular Excel sheet here. Okay, now I have zoomed it also. Let us assume, as I told you, selling price of this product is 100. How much is the variable cost I told you? Variable cost is 60. Therefore, the contribution of this product will turn out to be how much? 100 minus 60, that is equal to 40. Okay. Now, as I told you, at this point of time, the units that you will sell will be 0. And what will be your total contribution? Will that turn out to be 0 units into 40 rupees, or do you get the answer as 0 rupees over here? Correct. Now what I will do, I will reduce the selling price by 5. Every time I reduce the selling price by 5, automatically my units are going to go up by 1. Correct? Now, variable cost will remain the same and my contribution will keep on, per unit will keep on decreasing. But the advantage I will get is total contribution will keep on increasing. Am I right? So, do you see that here it becomes 35, then it becomes 60, 75. At 4 units, you get the answer as 80. Then it comes down to 75, 60. So, using my common sense method, which is an area where you are having maximum contribution, that is at 4 units. So, let me put it this way, at 4 units and at a selling price of 80, you get this answer. Can you just put this in your books now? Alright friends, I'm not giving you much time to write down because, being a YouTube live, the recordings are always available for you. I want to finish off this entire thing in 1 hour time. Alright. So now what answer we have got? Ideally, we can find out this answer using another methodology where I write down step number 1 at optimal profit, marginal revenue. This is also called as MR. Will be equal to marginal cost, or that is called as marginal cost. Why we say that is because extra revenue, if that is equal to extra cost, then at that point of time your overall profit should be maximum. For marginal revenue, they have a formula which is A minus 2BQ, where A is the selling price at which your demand is 0. We have already found out this, friends. Can you tell me at what selling price our demand is 0? 100 rupees, correct? B is what you call it as price elasticity. The formula for price elasticity is change in price divided by change in demand. In our case, for every 5 rupee change in the price, our demand is changing by 1 unit. So can I say the answer is 5 over here? And Q is the quantity or the number of units. I will go down now. Okay. So in my case, I told you at optimum profit, MR should be equal to MC. In our case, how much is MC? 60. So can I say the formula is 60 is equal to A minus 2BQ, or in other words, 60 is equal to 100 minus 2 into B is 5 into Q. Can we solve this Q now? Therefore, my Q will turn out to be 60 is equal to 100 minus 10Q. So 10Q is equal to 40. Therefore, Q is equal to 4 units. Friends, using our trial and error method, did we get the exact answer of 4 units over here? Yes, you get the same answer using this equation of MR is equal to A minus 2BQ. After we get this answer, I will go to the next part. Okay. P. The equation of P is A minus BQ. P means price. So price will be equal to 100 minus B is 5 into Q. We got the Q as 4 units now. So that will be 100 minus 5 into 4. That is equal to 100 minus 20, or you get the answer as 80. Friends, using our common sense, did we already get the answer as 80? Hence proven that if you want to find out the maximum profit, you have to just follow 2 steps. Step number 1, at optimum profit, MR is equal to MC. Step number 2, price is equal to A minus BQ. Can you write down this in your books now? Please go through this now. I'll go to the next page now. Are you all done writing, friends? Can I go to the next part now? Alright, so I'm done with the first concept, friends. Now we go to the second important concept of this chapter, learning curve. Learning curve. Friends, this concept says that if you do the same thing again and again and again, the time taken for you to do the same task starts reducing, and that is how you become an expert in multiple things. Alright, for example, let us say you are making some particular food item. Tell me what food you want to have for your dinner, friends. Let us assume you want to have what do you want to have, friends? You want to have a pizza for dinner. Let us assume when you are making your first pizza, the time taken by you is 100 minutes. Alright. If you have a 90% learning curve, means the moment you make the second pizza, your average time will be only 90 minutes. If you make 4 pizzas, your average time will be 81 minutes. If you make 8 pizzas, your average time will be 81 into 0.9. That will turn out to be 72.90 minutes. Like this, every unit you make, your time will go on reducing. 16 units, it will be 61.69 minutes. This whole curve is what you call it as the learning curve. I'll give you a minute, quickly write down this. Alright friends, I'll go to the next part now. Now the challenge will come if they ask you, what is the time taken for, let us say, 10th unit. So friends, if they are asking you the time taken or the average time taken for the 10th unit, I cannot find out why, because in the question I know average time for 8 units is equal to how much? 72.9 minutes. Average time for 16 units is equal to how much? 65.61 minutes. Therefore, the average time for 10 units will be somewhere in between 65.61 minutes and 72.90 minutes. Am I right? This is the range inside which will be the average time for the 10th minute. But to find out this, we should use the linear equation. And the linear equation goes like this: y is equal to ax plus b. I will take a fresh page. Y is equal to, sorry, not ax plus b, that is one of that we want to take the exponential linear equation. So it will be y will be equal to ax raised to b. So here also it will be y is equal to ax raised to b, where a is the time taken for the first unit. X is going to be the multiple. In our case, time taken for the first unit is how many minutes? 100 minutes. What is the multiple that we are having over here? Our multiple turns out to be, we want to find out for the 10th unit, correct? Or 10 units. And B is what we call it as learning curve coefficient. This one part alone you will have to by heart, friends. 90% the learning curve coefficient will be log 0.9 divided by log 2. 80% learning curve coefficient, it will be log 0.8 divided by log 2. Like that, every one of them will have a separate, 70% will have log 0.7 by log 2. So keeping this, my equation would be log y is equal to log a, that is log 100 plus log 0.9 divided by log 2 multiplied by log 10, that is ax raised to b. So when you do ax, it is raised to in normal terms, will be multiplication in what terms, friends? It will be multiplication in the logarithm terms. I am not going in depth of logarithm, but this is how you are supposed to do it. Okay. Alright, I believe you are all clear with this part. So now let us go and find out what are the log values. I will find out the log values in Excel. You can always find it out in the exam. You will be given a table. Alright. So here it will be log of whatever value is given over here. So let us say first I want to find out the log of 10. Am I right? Sorry, log of 100. So log of 100 will be 2. So I'll write down over here 2 plus log of 0.9, 0.9 minus 0.0457 divided by log of 2. Log of 2 will be 0.3010 into log of 10. Log of 10 will be 1. Alright, so the equation would turn out to be 2 plus minus 0.1518. So 2 minus 0.1518 will give you the answer as 1.8482. Therefore, the anti-log of 1.8482 will turn out to be, we can do that here, we can use 1.8482, right? 1.8482. Anti-log is nothing but it is 10 raised to whatever is the number. So that's something what again in the exam they'll give you the anti-log tables. You don't have to work out like this. I'm doing it here in this manner so that I can show you the reality. I get the answer as 70.5 minutes. Friends, this is the average time taken for making 10 units. Now let us go and check, is it between the range that we talked about? Yes, we got the answer as 70.5 minutes. Can you write down this in your books now? So with today we are done with 5 chapters which actually covers 50% marks from the exam perspective. Remaining chapters are bigger chapters but they will cover lesser percentage of marks from the exam perspective. Alright. We have covered chapter 2, 3 and 4, the basics. We have covered the strategic management, strategic analysis of operating income, and we have covered pricing also with today. Now we have heavier chapters coming up like transfer pricing is there, decision making is there. You have this chapter called as standard costing. So all heavy topics are there. Performance measurement. 4 heavy topics are pending to be done. I believe you are all done writing this. Can I go to the next part now? Okay. Alright friends, I believe you are done with this part also. So we are done with 2 areas. So once you learn learning curve ratio concept and the other one, I think we can learn one more thing. One more question I will give you in learning curve, which will saturate the entire learning curve. This is one question which came in the exam. They will ask you, okay, assume learning curve stops after 15 units. Okay, how much is the total time? Hold on. Yes, how much is the total time to make 20 units? So friends, here what they say is that normally everyone the unit gets doubled, you end up getting what you end up getting, the time starts coming down to 90%. Am I right? But they say now after making 15 units, alright, my learning curve is going to stop. There is not going to be any, or maybe I'll make it 16 units. After I make 16 units, my learning curve will stop. Beyond that, there is no more learning curve that is going to happen. If that is the case, my answer will go like this. Step number 1, I would like to find out what is the total time for 16 units. Then I will find out what is the total time for 15 units. From this I will get the time per unit after 16th unit. That I will get. Alright. Then what I will do, therefore, total time for how many units? 20 units. Alright. Now for 16 units, I think it's very easy for me to find out the total time. We have already got the number as 65.61 over here. into 16. Do I get the answer as 1049.76? In order to find this, I need to find out the average time for 15 units. Average time for 15 units. So here it will be log y is equal to log 100 plus log 0.9 divided by log 2 into what? Log 15. So I think this was 2.0 plus 0.9 by 0.2. I think we got the answer as minus 0.1518 into log 2 was 0.3010. So we have to find out the anti-log of this one, 1.954. 1.954. Okay. I get the answer as 89.94 minutes. No, something wrong here. Wait, minus 0.1. Sorry, it's not 0.3010. That's a mistake. I should take log 15, correct? I did not take log 15. That was a mistake from my part. How much will be log 15? 1.1761. Okay, therefore, even this number will change. .82 82146. 66.29 minutes is what I will get. Once I get this time, I'll come back over here. 66.29 minutes into 15 units. I get the total time as 994.35. So, what is my time taken for the 16th unit? It will be 55.41. Therefore, my total time for 20 units will be 1049 for 16 units plus balance 4 units into 55.41. Do you get the answer as 1270.64 minutes? This is the final answer. Can you write down this and finish it off? Okay, so I'll explain that to you. Learning curve stopped at the 16th unit means you make 15. After this, you make 16 units. Correct. So for 16 units using the learning curve equation, I can only find out the average time. From this average time, I can find out the total time. So what was the total time taken for 16th unit? Around 1049 minutes. Correct. But when I made total 15 units, it took me how much time, friends? It took me 994 minutes. So from 15 to 16, if you go, the extra time taken by me over here is 55 minutes approximately, right? So whatever time has taken to make the 16th unit, that same time will be applicable from 16, because from that point onwards, learning curve is going to stop. I believe everybody is clear with this part. Can I go to the next one now? Alright. Just read through this and finish it off. Alright friends, are you all done writing this? Friends, all the latest case studies of Case Study Digest has been updated in my app, friends. You just go to Play Store and install my app. Just search for Tarun Jagdish or you type class.tarunjagdish.com. I will add you to the batch. It's a free batch. Okay. Case Study Digest is very sensitive. Last exam they started asking. So I have added all the updated videos there. Just go and view it there. Okay. I believe you are all done. Can I go to the next part now? Alright. Fine. So I believe you are all clear with this part also. Now what we will do is we will do some theory. Okay. We have a theory slide. I'll open the theory slide. Friends, entire theory slide is available in my website. Okay, I'll take it from there so that you understand. Just go to tarunjagdish.com. Click on notes. Okay, so once you come here on notes, you will get all the SCMPE theory PPT. Lot of PPTs are there. Everything is coming here. Study material case study digest is coming here. Case study digest. That is the entire book based case study. If you go here, you have everything. Case scenario, all the PPTs are available here. Similarly, case studies also, all the PPTs are available here. Okay. And apart from this, now we are going to study material theory. So here we are doing the chapter of pricing. I'll download this. Hold on friends. I think I'm opening the wrong file. Sorry, that's not the file. This is the file. Alright friends, I'll now start off with this slideshow. Okay, so let us start with this theory chapter, pricing. As I started off, first is the equation that I taught you. At optimum profit, your MR will be equal to MC and price is equal to A minus BQ. Alright, MR is equal to what? A minus 2BQ. Okay. Now they are talking about 4 market structures: perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, and the last one is called as oligopoly. So please interact with me now. I'll write down here. What do you mean by the word perfect competition? Large number of buyers and sellers will be there. Am I right? Give me some examples of this. All the FMCG product. If you talk about soap, you have variety of soap. Dettol is there. Santoor is there. That's the only names I remember, friends. Rest of the names you can always add to the list. What do you mean by the word monopoly? Ideal monopoly is single seller, many buyers. Alright. Now this actually comes only in case of government cases. Government has the power. For example, defense. People cannot manufacture bomb or gun on their own. Only government can do it. Okay. Third scenario is what they call it as monopolistic competition. The best example for monopolistic competition is all the CA coaching centers. You know, they are providing similar products, but every product will have a slight deviation. So for example, if you are talking about an SCMPE class, coaching center A is launching, let's say Tarun Jagdish, coaching center B is launching some other faculty. Alright, both are providing SCMPE classes, but the quality will be different from faculty to faculty. Everybody clear? That's what you call it as monopolistic competition. Large number of firms producing similar but not identical products. Not exactly identical, but they are similar. Profits can be maximized here by comparing MC with MR. That is what we did from P is equal to A minus 2B, A minus BQ, etc. Last one is called as oligopoly. Best example for oligopoly is all the SIM cards. Which are the SIM cards that you are looking at? BSNL is there, Airtel is there, Vodafone Idea is there, etc. etc. Why? Because these few firms are selling identical products. You make a call from BSNL, Airtel or Vodafone, you will be able to make the similar call, similar product, but there are not many sellers. There are only limited sellers in the market. They have the following strategy: predatory pricing. Friends, what do you mean by predatory pricing? Kill down the price to kill the competitors. This was done by Jio. Friends, when Ambani gave that 45 minutes of speech about how he's going to launch Jio, in that 45 minutes, Airtel, Vodafone, Idea, all these companies together, their prices started crashing down. And by the end of the speech, the total value lost in the stock market of these three companies was around 12,000 crore. Huge. Why? Because Jio came up and told, we are going to give you this product free of cost. Suddenly, everyone started moving from Vodafone to Jio. They may team up with rivals and increase price. Who did this? Vodafone Idea. They teamed up together so that they can, give their rivals some competition. Last one is called as cost plus pricing. Some of them go with straight there. BSNL, for example, whatever is the cost plus this is my profit, and this is going to be my selling price. Can you read through it now? Alright friends, can I go to the next part? Alright. Fine friends, now these are the pricing methods that are available. One is cost based pricing, second one is value based pricing, and the third one is competition based pricing. Let us learn it one by one. Competition based pricing. Alright, friends, under competition based pricing, you have two breakups. One is called as going rate pricing, and the other one is called as sealed bid pricing. Okay, friends, going rate pricing means whatever is the rate in the market based on demand and supply. One of the best examples of going rate pricing is the stock market. Now friends, if you take, you normally use a platform called as Money Control, or if I take any other platform also, hold on, I think I will have to, I think you know how the stock market works, the price will keep on changing. They are all based on what? Demand and supply. That is what you call it as going rate pricing. What do you mean by sealed bid pricing? This is nothing but tender application. Have you ever applied for a tender? I'll give you a very simple example. Take any government company. I will talk about IOCL. Indian Oil Corporation, how will they appoint a chartered accountant? They will raise a tender telling that we are inviting chartered accountants to come and apply. So if you go and apply for the tender, if you get the tender, alright, how will you get the tender? There is something called as L1. The lowest cost quoting based on the eligibility criteria is how they normally give a tender. So for this, what we will do is sealed bid empanelment over here. Alright. So once I do this, that's why they call it as sealed bid pricing. Here you will open and they will know what is the price and they will give it at a particular price. Can you just write down this in your books? that we already know. What is cost based pricing? Cost plus profit is equal to selling price. Everybody clear with this part? Okay. What is the last one? Value based pricing. Here you are having two things. One is called as true economic value and the other one is called as perceived value. Okay, I'll give you a very simple example. Assume you are hungry. Suddenly there is a strike and you don't have anything at home to cook. Swiggy, when you call those people, nobody is coming to deliver food. That is when you just meet a person who is walking on the road. You tell him, can you please arrange some food for me? He will tell, I will charge you 1000 rupees for delivery. Plus food expense will be around 500. So for a normal food, which if you buy it on Swiggy, you may pay 150 rupees. Now you are ending up to pay 1500. Will you buy the food, yes or no? Yes, you will buy. Why? You are hungry. There is no other way you can get this food. So the perceived value of the food will suddenly go up. That is what you call it as perceived value. There are multiple things for which the value of that for me may be very different from the value of it for you. So I may be ending up paying a higher price than whatever price you are planning to pay for that particular thing. Are you all clear with this part, friends? True economic value, I will show you with the help of a problem in the end. The definition is cost of next best alternative plus value of performance differential. There is a very good question in your study material. We will do that. Okay. So I told you perceived value. Now, next one is recession times. Friends, when Corona came, at what price did you sell your products? During that time, you somehow have to survive. For surviving, you will sell the product at a price lower than the total cost, but little more than the variable cost so that your contribution can be positive. Next question. What are the situations in which you can do the pricing of a product below the variable cost? Only in two cases. Products are perishable in nature. Now I am a fruit seller. I sell bananas. It is night 8 o'clock or 5 kilos of bananas are kept with me. If nobody comes and buys it, these bananas will get totally destroyed. I will not get even a single penny for it. At that point of time, if a fellow is coming and telling me, give me this banana for 2 rupees, I will tell, fine, take it. Anyways, nobody else is there. My variable cost may be 5 rupees, but I sold it for 2 rupees. That is what you call it as products are perishable in nature. Second one, to popularize the product. Zomato had done this. Do you know, earlier at one point, I'm not sure if they still have that plan, one biryani you buy, you get one biryani free. So basically what happens is, we will get 2 biryanis, restaurant will get the full money, Zomato will pay the money from their hands. They do it for marketing so that Zomato can become famous. That is what you call it as popularizing the product. So there are two situations, friends, in which you will sell your products below the variable cost. One, if the products are perishable in nature. Two, if you want to popularize the product. Read through it, friends. Alright friends, let's go to the next part. Now they say new products can be categorized into 3 parts. Revolutionary product, evolutionary product, me too product. Now, what do you mean by revolutionary product? Apple iPhones are revolutionary. WhatsApp was revolutionary. Ola Electric, new scooters coming are revolutionary. These products will suddenly change the entire market. Once the electric scooters become popular, people will not need any more petrol. So automatically what will happen? Things will revolutionize. What do you mean by evolutionary product? Upgrade. Windows 9 then became Windows 10. Version keeps on upgrading. Even inside iPhone, the software keeps on changing. Am I right? That is called as evolutionary product. What do you mean by me too product? When you see one successful product, copying that and making something similar is called as a me too product. For example, Facebook came, me too. Instagram came into the picture. WhatsApp came into the picture. All these are me too products. Products which copy the original product. Are you all clear with this part? Whenever you have a new product, there are two types of methodology. One is called as price skimming. Other one is called as price penetration. Price skimming means what? You start with a very high price and then slowly bring it down. Mobile phones, etc. do that. Price penetration means start with a very low price, then slightly go up. Reliance Jio is a classic example of penetration of products. Are you all clear, friends? Alright, then you have product life cycle. Friends, we have already learned this in the chapter of I think modern business environment or cost management techniques. Introduction, growth, maturity, decline. Okay, we have already learned this. I am not repeating this part. And with this entire chapter gets over. Friends, such a small chapter. We hardly had a 45-minute session. And this chapter, from whatever I taught you, normally you will be getting around 5 to 8 marks of question. Alright. I will now show you the questions of this chapter so you can understand which questions to work out from exam point of view. Let me tell you which chapter we'll cover next week also, okay? Let's take strategic cost management. Since the easy chapters are over, now we have to go for heavier ones. So next week onwards, we'll be doing tougher problems or tougher chapters. I think we'll do budget. That's also an easy one. 5-mark guaranteed question. We will do that first. So once that is over, all the small chapters are over. Alright. Then we will start planning for the bigger chapters. Okay. So I'll just come here and tell which chapter we were talking about. Pricing. Alright. You have very limited questions here. Only hardly 4 questions, friends. I would suggest work out all the 4 questions. But 3 is a very good question. Must work out. Question number 3. 2 and 3. Very good questions. Remaining are all very easy. Just theory based questions. So 2 and 3 are important. Rest do it one time at least. Alright, friends. So with that we are done with the chapter of pricing. Okay. And friends, a small announcement is there. My face-to-face classes are starting in the next month in March. I will be coming to Kochi in Logic on March 6th. And I am coming to A&M classes. Spearheaded by DP classes in Chennai on March 20th. So please pass on this information to all of them who are planning to attend the SFM classes, not SCMPE. SCMPE is now only online for you, all of you. SFM is the one which I am doing face to face. Alright. So if any of your friends are interested, please let them know about that. Thank you so much. Have a lovely time ahead. Take care.